What's good, YouTube? It's your favorite hood hood trainer here, and welcome back to another competitive Pokemon video. Now, before we start, I just want to let y'all know, as a disclaimer, I forgot to show the team. Yeah, I know. It'll be in the next video. I'm sorry, but as I'm editing, I forgot to show the team. But you already know. So the only thing that's gonna really be standing out is the Koraidon. I need Koraidon to set up and level up the playing field some way, somehow, while using these weaker Pokemon. One thing I notice is yeah, I need to start using stolen Pokemon because, yeah, they're fucking annoying. So I'm about to start adding some stolen Pokemon to every team I use to make sure I definitely stall out. That's one thing you're going to learn from this video. Make sure you bring a stolen Pokemon. In hood terminology, that means bring a fat bitch who sits there and just waste everybody's time as they can just take mad hits. But without further ado, guys, let's get into the video. I don't want to waste any more of your time. Just make sure you hit that like button, comment, and subscribe for me. Comment, what would you have done differently? What would you have edited in the team? I respond to all comments. Love and support. Thank you, guys. I love you guys. See you in the video. Bro, starting off, this guy team doesn't really look like a threat. Off rip, I kind of could tell what he's going for. Like, he has the Pelipper, because I had the same thing. He has the Pelipper, and he has that fish, Basculudron. I forgot his name. But he's going for a rain, water stab type crazy boost in the rain. So I already kind of know what he's going for. That's why I'm just assuming, alright, he's gonna bring Pelipper. I'm literally just gonna bring Koraidon. I'm looking at Fortress, and I'm looking at Lapras. It really don't make any sense to bring a Pelipper. I know he's gonna bring Pelipper. That's how he's gonna try to win this thing off of the rain. So I'm like, bro, I'm just gonna go Koraidon, Fortress, and Lapras, guys, because it's pretty simple to know who to bring from this one. But I kind of like his team because it's different. It's not meta. He's just, you know, trying to rock some Pokemon and just win, bro. He's not even using meta. Like, I like that. Like, you feel me? He's just using a basic team. And I could give that respect, bro. Right here, I end up checking for Arcanine because I'm like, maybe I could bring Arcanine. But then I just thought, bro, why not just bring Koraidon because he's a better choice. And I end up going with Lapras. Getting into the match, you guys already know I'm throwing out Fortress first. Like, I have to. As I suspected, though, he throws out the Pelipper to set up the rain. I throw out Fortress because I'm like, all right, bro, I'm going to just set up. I'm going to throw some rocks out there. You know, if he's switching, every time he switch in, he's just going to take damage. So I'm going to throw some spikes out there just to get it started. I didn't want to go with the Volt Switch. Yeah, because I'm like, bro, he should be able to tank a hit from a Pelipper. I'm like, let me just set up because it might help me in the long run. You never know, bro. So let me set up and actually get something going for my team. Now, I actually do take quite a bit of damage, and I'm kind of like, at this point, hey, I'm gonna have to sack. You feel me? I'm gonna have to sack. But I'm like, let me actually save him for a little bit more longer just to see what I could do. And then on top of it, I'm like, plus, if I switch into Lapras, that Hurricane is not going to do much to me. So I could just save Fortress just in case I need him to go down and take a hit so I can get a free switch in. So I'm like, yeah, let me go do that. That might be the smartest thing to do. So I switch back into Lapras. Also, I'm Assault Vested, by the way. And he uses Hurricane. So I'm like, let's see how much damage that's going to do. It does nothing to me. I'm like, all right, so here's what I'm going to do. Now I'm confused. You know, Game Freak's never on my sides. I'm going to throw a Thunderbolt, and I'm going to predict the switch. I'm going to assume this man is going to switch because he's going to expect a Thunderbolt on the Lapras. So he U-turns like I suspected. I knew he was going to switch. He wants to get out of there. He wants to pivot out into something else that's probably going to be able to just eat this damage, you feel me? But whenever you see them communicating, you know they're making the biggest brain moves of all time. He ends up throwing out Rillaboom in the water, so he's going to get that Grassy Surge up because that's Rillaboom's hidden ability. He's going to recover health. Everybody on the field is going to recover health after every single turn. And he also has that Miracle Seed, which is going to boost his defense. So annoying. He just wants to be extremely annoying. As I know, I cannot stay in after this turn because Rillaboom's here. He's going to do mad damage, and he gets priority with Grassy Glide. Not that I'm fast anyway, but he's just going to be extremely fast. So I'm like, bro, I have to switch out, bro. I literally have to switch out. I'm going to switch out into Fortress because I know he's going to do like neutral damage to me. He's not going to do any big major damage is what I'm assuming because I'm a bug. You feel me? Bug still. So it's like, all right, cool. So he actually starts to set up with his Rillaboom, and it gets kind of scary because now I'm like, Whoa. Hold on there, boy. What are you exactly trying to do? Can we just slow it down here for just 1 second? Give me a second. Just 1 second. Needed a second. But I'm like, all right, cool. So now, at this point, I'm like, let me see what a gyro ball is going to do, because I don't know what I'm going to do. This thing doesn't, my Fortress doesn't do any damage. I'm just going to be honest. He grassy glides. I'm like, whoo. Thank God that boy's weak compared to me. I'm like, all right, that obviously did nothing. So we're just looking at each other like, yeah, these shits is just not cutting it. Like, what are we doing right now? That's what our Pokemon is saying. So I'm like, at this point, I'm gonna just keep Fortress in and let him gain extra health from leftovers. That's the item I got on. Recovers health after every single turn, as long as you have it on. And I'm like, I'm gonna just let him recover some health. Then he decides to go for knockoff, and I'm like, yeah, well, I guess my plan is just completely screwed. Just screw my plan. I don't need help. You know, I'm like, I'm gonna just volt switch on out of here and go to something that's gonna force him to switch. Now, this is where I make a big brain play and I go to Koraidon, because I'm like, bro, he has no choice but to switch, bro. He has no choice, because now I got the sun up. I'm a fire type. He's a grass. I'm going to do major damage. He has two options. He can either Terra to avoid this damage, which is still going to do a lot, or, you know, stay in and just die. So I'm like, I'm a U-turn, fake him out, use a bug type move just to be super effective and still get a good pivot. So I'm pivot back into Fortress. I'm expecting him to switch. Now this guy, you know, is communicating. I'm thinking he's doing a big brain play. The dude stays in. I don't know why he stayed in. He did not predict a U-turn. So I don't understand why he stayed in, but either way, I'm still in a good position, because I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm just gonna sack Fortress. I was gonna do it anyway. He was gonna get sacked regardless. Let's be honest here. Knockoff, he's dead. I don't know why I did so much damage, but hey, I only have 42 HP anyway, so it doesn't matter to me. I'm like, all right, now I'm just gonna switch into Koraidon, and it's like, bro, obviously he's brain dead. He's gonna stay in and just take the damage. I'm like, all right, cool. So we're going 1 for 1. I'm about to take one of your Pokemon out now. So now I throw out Koraidon, and I'm like, the sun's up. It's 95 degrees. Yeah, so I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna Flare Blitz. Whether you switch or not, it's gonna do a lot of damage. So hey, whatever you decide to do, you're taking this damage, boy. And I got a good pivot too. So I'm like, all right, we take him out automatically. He's done, bro. I'm not even worried about anything this nigga could throw at me no more. So here's what's gonna happen. I'm automatically predicting a Pelipper is definitely coming out, because you have no other option, buddy. You're gonna switch to that Pelipper, or, well, you're just gonna die. The Drizzle comes out, and I'm like, yeah, I'm not staying in here to see what this thing got to do with me. I'm gonna switch into something that you can't really damage. You're not gonna have fun going against it. It's not gonna be a fun time for you. So here go the Lapras. We're gonna bring him out. You are not the father. Yup, bring in Lapras. Lapras, come on. So now I'm like, bro, now you're gonna see this Lapras. You're gonna get scared with your big ass mouth. And yeah, he's gonna U-turn up out of here. The smartest choice you could do. And I'm like, all right, cool. Now what is he gonna bring out? What can you possibly bring out? And guess what, guys? I already know what he's gonna bring out, because I thought about the same set. I'm not gonna lie. As far as rain goes, boom, this nigga. And yeah, so he's trying to do massive damage with water type moves, because the rain's gonna boost it. Then he gets water type stab. He's going all in for water. I didn't know he was gonna go to this extent. So I'm like, all right, I'm Thunderbolting, bro. I'm just like, bro, it's either you're gonna Terra to something that Thunderbolt's not gonna be super effective to, or you're gonna just, I don't know what you're gonna do at that point, because that's the only option you got. The nigga Terra water. I'm like, all right, bro, at this point you just want to get clapped. So I'm like, Thunderbolt, boom, you know, you doing all that water shit. He's gonna move first, obviously. He's quicker than me. Waterfall, water absorb. I completely forgot I even had that fucking ability on Lapras. Boom, Thunderbolt. This is massive damage, bro. He's getting packed up. He's instantly getting packed up, bro. I'm like, bro, I'm Thunderbolting again. I'm like, all right, now he's gonna go for a different move. What type of move he's going for? He's like, oh no, he withdraws. I'm like, all right, cool, you switched. I mean, I don't know why you switched to take a hit. You was faster than me. I don't see what this was exactly gonna do for you. But Thunderbolt, that's 4 times effective, because Pelipper's are water flying. I'm like, I guess I don't know what he was thinking. But I'm like, all right, can you just hurry this up and make this rapido? Like, I don't got time. You're going to lose. Unless he's choiced and that's why he switched. That's the only thing I could think of. But he takes damage from spikes since he switched in. So I'm like, alright, maybe he's choice. He goes for wave crash. Bro, you didn't learn your lesson? Water absorb. No water type attack is gonna do damage to me. Thunderbolt, you just healed me up. Thank you, partner. And that's how that match goes. On to the next. Now, low-key, looking at his team, bro, I could already tell that it's stalling purposes only. He has Reggie-Ice, Clodsire, and Cresselia, and he has Drifbloom. I'm not too worried about the Drifbloom. I know Drifbloom is low-key fair. I could just take him out. Like, I'm not too worried about him. But Cresselia, I already can tell is going to be annoying. And Reggie-Ice, I know it's going to be annoying on the defensive side. And Clodsire, the same thing. That's for defensive. So I just know he's trying to just be weird, bro. Unfortunately, this is why in the beginning of the video, if you guys paid attention, I said, bro, stall Pokemon, I gotta have one on my team. And as soon as I see one on their team, I'm just automatically gonna bring my stall Pokemon. We're gonna stall together, buddy. So I'm like, all right, let me bring Fortress, because at least I know he'll be able to take some hits, especially because they can't Spore, Toxic, anything like that. And then I'm like, all right, I'm gonna have to bring Kai. I have to, and then I'm gonna have to bring Lapras. That would be the only thing that legitly makes sense. This is what I'm gonna have to do in order to set up. So I'm like, all right, let's go into the battle. Let's see what we could do. Let's see if we can get some stuff done. So first off, you already know me. I'm gonna throw out Fortress. He ends up throwing out Clodsire. So I'm like, all right, cool. This is like, let's see where we're gonna go with this. I'm like, instantly, I'm gonna throw up some spikes. You know, get some spikes on the field. Try to do maximum damage. And Clodsire either's doing two things. He's yawning or toxicking. So let's see what set he's running. He's gonna hit me with a yawn. I'm like, all right, cool. Now I'm thinking I can take some hits from Clodsire, so I'm gonna just set up some more spikes. And I don't think there's really much he can do about that. If I go to sleep, I'm like, I could take hits from Clodsire. So that's what I'm thinking in my head. I'm like, let me set up some spikes, because I'm pretty sure I could take some hits from Clodsire. I don't think he could do too much unless he stockpiled then body press, you know. So he ends up throwing up Stealth Rock. I'm like, okay, that's cool, that's fine, you know. I'm gonna just wait till I wake up. I'm a rapid spin, because I'm gonna knock them rocks right back off. Like, you're not gonna set me up like that. So I'm like, all right, I'm gonna just spam rapid spin until you know, buddy over here decides I want to wake up. And Clodsire ends up using Earth Power. I'm like, okay, that did a little bit more than expected, but with the leftovers, it shouldn't do that much, right? So then I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm gonna spam rapid spin again just to get these Stealth Rocks off. Yeah, I'm still asleep. Game Freak don't like me. Literally don't like me. I put Ching Pao to sleep, I remember, and he woke up the next turn. Earth Power did mad damage. I'm like, all right, bro. Alright, it's just at this point, I guess my Pokemon is just too frail. I don't know why moves be doing so much freaking damage compared to me. So I'm like, alright, let me just rapid spin this off the field, bro. That does absolutely nothing to him. So I'm like, yeah, let me just rapid spin this off the field, get this off the field before I go down. Another Earth Power. You know, I don't know how it did that much damage, but we end up fainting. We go down to the Clodsire. So I'm like, alright, cool. I know what I can switch into to kind of make this thing think twice. So I'm like, all right, cool. So Lapras, you're about to come out, because I got Assault Vest. There's nothing he can really do. I'm like, I'm pretty much in a good position, and I think I should move way before this Clodsire does. So I'm like, all right, let's do this. Let's go for an Ice Beam, bro, because it's super effective. Everything I got is super effective. I'm like, all right, cool. Well, except Thunderbolt, obviously, because he's ground type. So I'm like, let me go for Ice Beam, because Muddy Water be missing. I don't know why. So Ice Beam, it doesn't kill, but it does a good amount of damage. He ends up yawning. I don't know why I decided, I'm like, I'm not going to switch. And I literally predicted, like, bro, he's going to most likely switch out to preserve this fucking ugly ass fish. But I'm like, you know what? Let me just go for another Ice Beam, thinking he's a bot. And I end up actually turning to be the bot inside of it, because, you know, when they're communicating, they think about the world's smartest play to make. And he ends up making it. So he switches out, and I end up being stupid and staying again. So that's my fault. So that means next turn, I'm falling asleep. But this Ice Beam is still going to hit that Drifbloom for a good amount of damage. Boom! Nearly one-shots it. I'm not doing enough damage. He has a berry. He regains health. And usually with Drifbloom, I kind of already expect, like, I already know what you guys are going to try to run. I'll do the same thing. stockpile, you know, strength sap, baton pass. Like, you know, I kind of get the gist of it. I'm like, I'm going to just switch out Lapras, preserve Lapras, and send out Koraidon. I'm not even playing. I'm just trying to get things off the field right now. I'm trying to just get things off the field. So with Koraidon, what I'm hoping to do is just take this thing out. I knew he's going to stockpile, bro. I already know the sets. People run it so commonly, like, I already know the sets. And I have some similar sets too. I'm like, even with this, bro, this Flare Blitz is going to kill you, bro. It's over. You're still in one-shot range. It's over. So I'm like, all right, we're going to just sweep him off the field. Even if he decides to switch, that next thing that's coming out is definitely going to take some damage. So I think he's just going to tank the Drift Bloom in my head. I'm like, bro, it don't make sense to switch. Whatever you send out is definitely taking more damage. So I'm just waiting for him to communicate because he's thinking about switching. I'm like, bro, can you hurry up? See, I'm about to do this to people. I'm about to really communicate. You feel me? I Flare Blitz, you're dead, bro. Just get him out the field. Send out your next Mon. Now, the next Mon this man decides to send up, actually, this is what made me think, bro, from now on I have to have at least one tanky stall Pokemon on my team, because this thing right here is just annoying to deal with. It's so annoying when you go against stall Pokemon whose objective is just to stall, bro. Like, bro, look, he throws out Cresselia. Oh my god, bro. And it's like, bro, they throw out the most random Pokemon that is like, bro, I don't have a counter to that on my team right now. I just don't. That's the only problem I hate about singles, bro. You don't got that counter on your team, it's clipped. So I'm like, all right, let me switch back to Lapras. And I already know Creselia's just about to set up a whole bunch of TV screens and bullshits. It just fucking look like a toenail. All right, so I'm like, all right, he's about to set up. I'm just going to let Lapras wake up, because obviously this nigga's going to take like 5 turns to set up. So I got to just sit here and watch it. I'm like, Lapras, can you hurry up and just wake your ass up? Nope, Lapras is still asleep. Fat ass sea turtle just don't want to wake up. I'm like, all right, cool. So now I'm about to check. I'm like, yo, bro, what is this nigga got up? Reflect. So that's reduce some physical damage. I'm like, all right, Lapras is a special attacker, so it doesn't really affect us. So I'm not too worried about it right now. But if we was to switch in Koraidon at this moment, you know, it would affect him because he's a physical attacker. I'm a special attacker with my Lapras. So he sets up the light screen. Now he's stronger against special moves. I'm like, all right, now you want to wake up? Really? I'm using Muddy Water. Of course Muddy Water misses. Look, you don't even do that much damage to be missing like that. 90 base power. So at this point, I'm like, bro, like, this is just so annoying. Calm Mind, he's just setting up special defense. I'm telling you, I'm bringing stall Pokemon, bro. I'm telling you, bro, I'm just bringing a stall Pokemon. I don't care. So I'm like, all right, boom, Muddy Water, boom. Hopefully I get an accuracy drop. Nope, doesn't do nothing. I don't get none of the second effects of my moves, bro. Like, at this point, I'm just tight. Store Power does absolutely nothing. I was actually surprised. Muddy Water misses again. I'm taking Muddy Water off, bro. I'm legit taking Muddy Water off. I don't see a purpose in having Muddy Water. The accuracy drop is not useful. It's not, because you can't even hit the move. It seems like my accuracy dropped. My accuracy felt like it dropped. Bro, so I'm like, all right, cool. At least I got the paralyzation on this nigga. So I'm like, okay, what is about to be the next play? Because obviously, I had to check. I'm like, hopefully the Reflect runs out. But I'm like, it's not going to run out in time. So at this point, I might as well just stay in the field. There's no point in switching the Kai to Koraidon yet, because what am I going to do with the Reflect still up? I'm not doing no type of damage. So I'm like, I'm going to go for a Thunderbolt and see how much damage this going to do. Does nothing, because this man's bulky. I need to hit him on the physical side. And the only problem with that is the Reflect's still up. So it's like, all right, cool. Can't do nothing about that. So I'm like, bro, I'm just going to die. I'm just going to try to lower this man's accuracy by 1 while I still got my Lapras alive and see what happens. So at this point, he just goes for Terrestrialization. I don't know why he did it. He just terrored. So I'm like, all right, he's pure psychic. I guess you're just weird. Ooh, you fucking get me tight. So I'm like, all right, Muddy Water, can I lower his accuracy now? It finally kicks in at the last moment where it doesn't matter. So I'm like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm going down anyway. And Koraidon is basically a one-shot because this thing is pure psychic. Got his stats boost, using stored power, so his strength is crazy right now. I'm like, there's absolutely nothing I can do. I don't even got the right terror on my Koraidon. I didn't feel like ever changing that. So it was like, I'm just screwed. Is if I terror, I'm fighting. So it's like, all right, cool, whatever. So now I'm like, all right, U-turn, I guess. I can hit him with a U-turn. I don't know how good that's gonna be, but hey, U-turn didn't kill him, so I'm like, alright, at this point I'm just stuck. There's nothing I could do. Store power, and he's basically just gonna one-shot me. And that's how that game went. So this is what we came to the conclusion of. Obviously, I now need to really strategize my teams a little bit more, because now I need tanky, stally Pokemons as far as something to counter meta. It's just so frustrating. But guys, if you're ready for that Gen 2 video of me playing with Gen 2 Pokemon trying to win in competitive, let me know by hitting that like button, commenting, and subscribe what Pokemon you guys want to see me use. Also, comment what Pokemon you want to see me use for Gen 2. Like, what Gen 2 Pokemon you want to see me use that we have in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. And yeah, I love you guys. I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.